I thought in the second innings, the Scorpions came a little better, but just a little too late. They had one or two individual good knocks.
There's the first delivery. Oh! And he is gone there, the right-handed Patrick Harty. So on the fourth day, the first delivery of the match is accounted for Harty. Ball cannon into the off stump, and sweet victory for the Windward Islands Volcano, winning by 181 runs against the Jamaican Scorpions. Congratulations to them.
What a beginning, may I say. I was going to say what an ending, but what a beginning to the day. We saw this earlier in the match, first delivery scoring a wicket, but this is, we didn't expect much from the Scorpions this morning. It would have been a long, miraculous road to travel on, and we all did not expect this. Good win for the Windwards. As I mentioned so many times before, that the Windwards always pose problems for the Jamaicans. Even when they did not have, or they probably had the weakest team in the Caribbean in the 80s and 90s, they still would give Jamaica a run for their money. Good game, good victory.
Yes, and certainly something good has to be happening in the Windward Islands because they've shown good improvement. I like their fighting spirit, and some youngsters are coming through nicely. So Naim, as we trace back what transpired in this game, let's go back to the first innings when the Windwards won the toss and batted. Competitive total, not a huge one, 217. Athenaeus 81. Greaves scoring a half century. Both these guys look very good out in the middle.
Absolutely. Unlike the Jamaican Scorpions, I think they're still searching for a formidable pair to open the batting, but they were generally struggling. And of course, Athenaeus, you mentioned him, you emphasized his name. I think he's a shining little star, has a far way to go. And I want to just repeat this. I would love the day to see Athenaeus face world-class, good quality world-class bowling. And once he does well there, that's a young Brian Lara in the making.
Yes, and Jamaica Scorpions did not do themselves any justice whatsoever in their first innings, bundle out for 101 with Justin Greaves picking up 6 for 34.
Absolutely. They were struggling, just like the Windward side. When they started off, they were struggling. But then the Windwards had this magnificent recovery with Athenaeus and Company Limited. And so they rebuilt the damage that was done. The Scorpions failed to rebuild the bad patches.
And to add salt and pepper to the wounds of the Jamaican, Athenaeus a masterful 97 and Hodge 82, 298 in their second innings. That actually wiped the Scorpions off the game.
Just some individual scores from the Scorpions that made some sense. There were 55 from Thomas, good all-rounder too. We saw Mansing. Mansing was struggling first, but he reached to 50. Those were runs that he earned from very, very hard work. And of course, coming down to the end, Green had 48.
Yes, so set 415 for victory. It was never going to be possible, despite there was a probability of getting there. And the Volcanoes this morning forced delivery, wrapping up the match.
Well, Clyde Butts alluded to it, that the game was literally taken away from the first innings, taken away from the Scorpions. The Scorpions were bundled out for 101. And you're thinking that in the second innings, the likes of Bonner and Palmer and company would change the fortunes around. That was not to be.
Yes, so Lug 15, Mackenzie 1, Bonner 17, Palmer 21, half centuries for Mansing and Thomas, 50 and 55 respectively. Green chipping it with a fine 48, Merchant 5, Mindley didn't score, Gordon Bowl Lewis for 2, Harty not out on a not, ending on 233, all out 99.1 overs.
Well, they had these individual bowlers that really did well. I was impressed with Greaves for his all-round performance. He had a 50. and then he had several wickets, 6 in the first innings, and I think about 2 in the second. He was dead on target. Most of his dismissals were LBW, via the LBW route, and that means he's keeping the ball very, very straight. They had, of course, some other bowlers. You have the bowling figures there. Dorval Green, Mindley, these were some of the shining stars.
Yes, certainly. We now look forward for that clash between the Harpy Eagles and the Jamaica Scorpions that starts on Wednesday 22 to Saturday 25 right here at the National Stadium.
Well, they'll have some time, the Jamaican Scorpions, to enjoy the country, the vastness, the ecotourism. They'll probably be taken out somewhere by their local counterparts. So I wish them well, too. The Harpy Eagles are doing extremely well in Trinidad and Tobago. We look forward to that battle right here.
Yes, and words coming out across the Caribbean is that Dr. Kishore Shallow will have no challenge for the presidency of Cricket West Indies, and that's because Billy Haven, the president of the Jamaica Cricket Association, who was challenging, decided to drop out of the race.
Well, I wish Mr. Shallow well. The thing is, we have been around cricket for a long time. We've seen so many presidents come and go, and this will be a new one. I hope the concepts and theories that he comes with, that it will do well for West Indies cricket.
So it is said that the true measure of any leader is how he inspires his charges in times of despair. So from Providence, as we take our leave and go, best wishes for West Indies cricket with Shallow and Bassarat at the wicket. Goodbye from Providence.